Vasquez, and I'm here with the breaking news for today. Tension in the South is growing as the number of runaway slaves grows to the north. Southerners demand that the Fugitive Slave Act be enforced.
I'm free!
Hey, where'd my slave go?
In other news, the fighting continues on the border of Texas and New Mexico.
This is the border. No? That's the border. Actually, that's the border. No? This is the border.
Meanwhile, in the Senate, politicians are still debating whether California should be admitted as a free state or a slave state. And those were the news for today. Thank you. My name is Camila Vasquez, and I'm here with the breaking news for today. Our reporter will directly tell us what is going on live in the Senate. Thank you, Camilla. I'm Kamala, and I'll be reporting live from the Senate, where Senator Henry Clay is currently delivering a speech on his series of resolutions, which addresses several issues involving slavery.
It being desirable for the peace, concord, and harmony of the union of these states to settle and adjust amicably all existing questions of controversy between them arising out of the institution of slavery upon a fair, equitable, and just basis. Therefore, California will be admitted as a free state. New Mexico and Utah will be able to use popular sovereignty to vote on whether or not they want to be free or slave states. Texas will give land to New Mexico in return for $10 million to pay off their debt to Mexico. Slave trade will be abolished in the District of Columbia. And finally, the Fugitive Slave Act will force any federal officer to arrest a runaway slave, and this will be punished by a fine.
Hello, we're here where the Senator Henry Clay just presented the Compromise of 1850. And we see that Senator John C. Calhoun is about to talk.
I have senators believed from the first that the agitation of the subject of slavery would, if not prevented by some timely and effective measure, end in disunion. Entertaining this opinion, I have on all proper occasions endeavored to call the attention of both the two great parties which divided the country to adopt some measure to prevent so great a disaster, but without success. The agitation has been permitted to proceed with almost no attempt to resist it until it has reached a point when it can no longer be disguised or denied that the Union is in danger. You have thus had forced upon you the greatest and gravest question that can ever come under your consideration. How can the Union be preserved?
As we see now, Senator Daniel Webster is walking to the front to talk to the Senate.
Mr. President, I wish to speak today not as a Massachusetts man nor as a Northern man, but as an American and a member of the United States Senate. It is fortunate that there is a Senate of the United States, a body not yet moved from its propriety, not lost to a just sense of its own dignity and its own high responsibilities, and a body to which the country looks with confidence for wise, moderate, patriotic, and healing counsels. It is not to be denied that we live in the midst of strong agitation and are surrounded by very considerable dangers to our institutions and our government. Hear me for my cause. I speak today out of a solicitous and anxious heart for the restoration of our country, and of the quiet and harmonious harmony which makes the blessings of this union so rich and dear to us all. No monarchical throne presses these states together. No iron chain of military power encircles them. They live and stand under a government popular in its form, representative in its character, founded upon principles of equality, and so constructed, we hope, as to last forever. This republic now extends with a vast breadth across the whole continent. The two great seas of the world wash the one and the other shore. And so I say to the fire eaters that you are a threat to our union, and we must fight to preserve it.
And so, the great triumvirate has reached a compromise. Back to you, Camilla. Thanks, Kamala. And in other news, the country is changing. The fugitive slaves are being sent back to the South.
I'm free!
Well, I gotta take you back. Alright, I got my slave.
The fighting stops in the Texan border with New Mexico.
Does this look good? Yes, it does.
And those were the news for today. Thank you.